Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the Ghost Girl Diaries channel and podcast. This is our first official Dead Time stream. Are you guys excited for this? Of course, Kat has to sing. She's like, I'm going to add it. I'm going to throw that in there. If anybody's looking for gigs, in New England, Kat is available. Oh man, tonight though, we have a stream, ladies.
We do indeed.
Good
Are you ready?
I know. Good evening, Miss Kat from New Hampshire.
Hello.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
And Shanae, how are you feeling?
Great.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Ugh, this is big. I feel like this is one of the biggest tea drop we've had in for like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
Amazing. Honestly.
So, and this wasn't meant to be. This was just like, so Dead Time is basically us going over, you know, all the pop culture current events from the week before, right? So we're going to address a few things, because there's another few things we need to address that have been going on for like a minute, which that's like Chip Coffee and Amy Bruni, but we'll get to that, okay? But we have some bigger tea we're about to spill, okay? And we actually were not expecting to spill this big of a cup of tea. It's a brew. It's like a Keurig.
It's like multiple Keurigs.
It's bad. We were not expecting it to be this big. Chanel and I went down a rabbit hole last night, right, Chanel?
We did.
It got kind of dark.
Got interesting.
It got deep. I was kind of like, I felt like I had lost it by the time. Like, it's one of those Reddit forums, you go down the hole and you're like, what did I just read? That happened to us. And so yeah, we're gonna address the Ghost Adventures episode first from this past weekend, which was Pasadena, California. Kat watched it yesterday finally. She's helping us mod as she's chatting. Yeah, she's gonna kind of keep an keep an eye on some of our chats that are going on. Okay, this is huge. Okay, and you know, like, as everyone knows, like in real life, I am, you know, acquaintances with Zach, obviously, who's the executive producer of Ghost Adventures. And I do know for a fact sometimes he watches my streams. And he also should know that I'm going to fact check him. I have fact checked him in the past. And he should know I'm going to fact check you again, boo-boo. And this one could be kind of ugly. In fact, I even told the girls out loud, like, I hope this doesn't affect, you know, like, our friendship or whatever, because this is so bad. But let's just talk about it first. We'll readdress this later. By the way, Kat, we are both wearing the same palette, and I didn't know you were wearing it.
Really?
Are you wearing the Sugar Pill Twitch palette, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's same colors.
We're literally wearing the same colors, boo.
What?
That's like our psychicness coming in, you know what I mean? Speaking of psychics. But right? Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because this is like, my mind is about to explode even having to like do this again. But first of all, I feel like we have unannounced sponsors for this stream. Who are Neve and Max from Catfish. Shout out to Neve and Max.
Hey.
Because Neve and Max have taught, I'm a millennial. Kat, are you millennial or Z? You're millennial, aren't you? Like right on the border?
I'm right on the cusp.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll trade you for me. You're gonna be my millennial, okay? You're my side.
Okay.
So we'll leave Chanel by herself in Generation Z, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, seriously, shout out to Neve and Max, because they have taught our generations to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Because people meet each other online, and you never know how you're gonna fact check somebody, make sure you're not getting catfished. I hate to say it, but I feel like Zach may have gotten kind of catfished.
Just a little bit.
A hair.
A giant catfish. Okay.
Giant.
Opening shot of Pasadena, California episode is basically this beautiful mansion. Found the mansion, by the way. Thank you once again, Neve and Max. It's $1 million mansion. We're talking possibly upwards of like $20,000 a month for mortgage. So whoever owns this has got to have some money. You know what I'm saying? They did not introduce Richard as the owner. They introduced him as a tenant. So I think obviously he lives there and another girl lives there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other tenants that live there for that kind of mortgage.
Right.
That's another reason that I don't live in California. My house could be worth millions in California for the square footage it is, and it's
Right.
not that price here in Las Vegas. So anyway, going back to this, the opening shot, Zach is sitting down with this Richard. What was his full name again? Richard Lillard.
Well, yes.
He's sitting down with him and he's laughing very strangely. And the very first opening shot is Zach says, "There's a portrait of you as the devil." And Richard responds saying, "Yes, I am a Satanist." And he laughs evilly, okay? So I'm like, this dude is off his rocker for a minute. Like, I have some mental health concerns that I'd like to bring up, right? Like, I'm like, well, in all seriousness, though, like, I've had Satanist friends in my past. Like, I've known people that have fully identified as Satanists. There's two kinds of Satanists. There's, like, the devil-worshipping, animal sacrifice kinds of Satanists / the kind that, like, summon demons. And then there's the kinds of Satanists that are like, I'm a free-loving hippie, nobody can tell me what to do, and those are the kinds of Satanist friends that I've had, okay? So in my opinion, I don't think they're really even Satanists. I think they're just like, we just don't want to conform to anything, but yet we're going to conform to Satanism. You're like, okay, whatever floats your boat, like, yeah, you do you, boo, you know what I mean? So, anyway, Richard is the resident, the occultist tenant. So basically, you're kind of sitting there at first and you're like, wait a minute, like, how did Richard get involved with Zach? Who found out about this location?
Right.
And all of a sudden, in walks Patty Negri, right? Is that how do you pronounce your name, Kat?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Patty Negri, which is the psychic medium that he has had on there several times, including Halloween episodes. And of course, we're all going to be like, oh, we know Patty. We've seen her before. Like, she has sort of a good reputation with Ghost Adventures. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone said, oh, she's a good witch. She's or a white witch, whatever, what kind of witch she is. I don't know. And so she has, like, a good, so we're like, okay, we trust you, Patty Boo. Like, we're like, okay, we get it now. And all of a sudden, they're kind of talking, and, Zach says, he looks at Patty and she's like, oh, I did a seance with him once. And Zach looks at her once, yeah, specifically once. And she's like, did you think she was jumbling over her words, Kat?
It was really bad. I was talking about it with Krystal earlier, and it was actually, like, really uncomfortable. It one seemed like she was kind of put on the spot, like, last minute going there, because it didn't seem like anything was really prepped. And two, it kind of seemed like she was being a little dishonest with the things she was saying, like not being genuine about what the situation actually is.
Well, there was a lot of stuttering, like tripping over her words, and like pausing for thinking. Yeah.
It was like an awkward long pause before she even answered Zach's question about Richard.
Right.
So
anyway, so Zach looks at her and he goes, did he summon demons, Patty? And her response is, I don't know if they were demons. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Why don't you refer to, like, Lady Snake episode back in 2018 on Halloween?
Right.
Right.
Yes.
What did we watch?
Well, I mean, Zach brought Patty into the room. I think it was Ed Gein's room, right?
Uh-huh.
That Lady Snake was in.
Right.
And they did not get along.
Right.
At all. Totally, completely different, opposite energies.
Right.
And Lady Snake did not like her. Patty was making comments about what she was doing with the cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure at one point Lady Snake was wanting to hit her over the head with the broom she was holding. That's how much she didn't like her.
Right. So I'm like, so in other words, it is Patty a good white holy force versus a Lady Snake bad negative UK witch, right?
Yeah.
Or black witch, dark witch, whatever. So you're like, okay, clearly Patty's not getting along with someone from the dark side. Yet she's admitting that she's sitting down with a person who is a Satanist, self-proclaimed Satanist that's doing seances, summoning things in.
Right. Yeah.
I just feel a little bit confused right now.
I guess I was also I laughed really hard at the opening scene because of what Zach being like, they summon in demons.
Right.
I just feel like that's just always the topic.
Right.
It's always the topic. But it is very strange that she would be around somebody that would be considered that dark.
Yeah.
Sorry, texting to let Blake know. I know you guys are saying Kat's audio is a little bit weird, so just try to talk directly into your mic. I did text tech support, so
Okay.
just give it a minute. Just talk directly, and you have a loud voice. Just be a little bit louder till we get it fixed. Okay. Okay. Going back. So I'm sorry. I had to let tech support 24/7 tech support. Kat, you identify as like a white green witch, right? Because you like your green witchy stuff.
Yeah.
Would you be sitting at a table with a Satanist doing a seance?
No. I would not. I would not at all.
Is there a reason for that?
I mean, it's uncomfortable. It's really dark. And
It's
totally
uncomfortable.
opposite. And it's totally opposite to what, you would practice in more of a light sense.
Right. So I would assume most people that are of the light wouldn't want to be sitting down with a Satanist. So especially the way after we've witnessed literally Patty sitting with Lady Snake.
Right.
It's tech support's here. Sorry, everybody. I might have to move for just a second.
Is it me? Can you still hear me?
I don't know. If I can fix it, I would have. Just hold on.
Bear with us for a minute.
Okay.
He's checking out your audio to see if something's wrong with it.
Okay.
We can go ahead. I know. Should we play Jeopardy music? Okay. Well, let's keep going for a minute. It's okay. My voice is still here. I know that people watching Twitch will have to see my side profile because I moved. Patty says that she sees dark stuff oozing from behind things as he is summoning things. But she says she doesn't know if it's demons or darkness.
But
Right.
she's a medium, right?
Right.
Isn't that what
That's right. Why don't you give the definitions of a
So,
psychic
okay.
and a medium?
All right, here we
Because
go,
this is
everybody.
on her social media.
It is.
This is what she identifies as. Go ahead.
Okay, so a psychic is relating to or denoting faculties or phenomena that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws, especially involving telepathy or clairvoyance.
Okay, that's a psychic.
Psychic. Medium, a person claiming to be in contact with spirits of the dead and to communicate between the dead and the living.
So wait, are you saying a medium can communicate with something that's been summoned, which is dead, and then portray it to the living?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So you're saying that if she's identifying as a medium, how does she not know if he's summoning demons?
It's a good question. It's a really good question.
So
I would like to know. Also, good witch or white witch would they be? I think you asked this. Would they be participating in?
That's what I told
a
Kat.
seance?
Yeah, I know how
No.
Kat is, and like I'm like kind of in the middle where I'm like the curiosity would get me of a Satanist, and I would be like, okay, I might be interested in just seeing what you think you know.
Right.
Where I know Kat would turn around and walk out of the room. She'd be like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even like think it twice. She'd be like, no, I'm just done.
Yep. No.
Chanel would have already been sitting with the Satanist for the record, just so everybody knows.
Taking a nap at the table.
Chanel would be like, we're ready. Where are you?
No.
Okay, so we mentioned the Halloween episode. Okay, so moving forward to the person she's in other words, do you guys, is she all of a sudden like not saying she knows if he's summoning demons, but yet she's claiming she's a psychic medium? Is she talking out her boot?
Maybe.
Because
How do you not know if something is demonic
Right.
or negative or dark energy?
Right.
If you're a medium / psychic, you know.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's
Isn't
true.
that how it goes?
But I feel like screw being a psychic or a medium. The three of us don't even have those abilities other than like with each other. We're
Right.
very sensitive to each other. But if any of us were in a room with anyone that claimed to be a Satanist, do you think we would be able to sense his energy no matter what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't
I mean,
have to
that's
be a
the
psychic
first-
or a medium to be in tune to energy, especially when you're a paranormal
And
investigator.
that's the first thing you said when we started watching it was his energy.
Right.
Right,
So-
yeah. Ooh, made me sick. Made me
Yeah.
sick. I guess the other
Cat, it made me sick.
thing just made me
Jesus.
ill.
Oh my-
Made me a little ill, guys. But I guess the other thing that's really concerning too is the fact that Patty, has been on a few
Right.
Ghost Adventures episodes.
Yep.
And if she's claiming to know this individual for a year and she loves them and they're good friends, clearly she doesn't really know them.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's kind of just talking talk, which just kind of makes you question everything at this point.
Right.
Not only on Richard's side, but also on her side.
Right.
So, I don't know. But that's just my cup of tea right there.
Right.
Damn.
So Richard Lillard. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just want everyone to know that on social media that he identifies as
Mr. Satan.
he would prefer to be called Mr. Satan for everyone out there that's listening.
So.
Okay. And you know what I said in the notes after that? I said, in parentheses, I smell narcissism. I mean, right? Like, who's gonna go around being like, I'd like to identify as Mr. Satan? Really? You also have a oil painting photo of yourself above your fireplace. You must think really highly of yourself. At this point, I feel like Satan is actually offended.
Yeah. I mean, I would be if I was Satan. I'm just saying.
Vibes I got from him. Freddie Mercury. Gomez Adams.
Oh my gosh, Freddie Mercury.
Gomez Adams, Johnny Depp, Barnabas Collins from Dark Shadows, or Edward Scissorhands. Also found out that he's 39, so he's a little bit older than me. Okay. He says the house was built. Kat's like already dead. She's already dead. Built in 1890. He says, not only is the house haunted, but I am haunted. And I was like, aren't we all? Aren't we all?
It really stresses me out. Like, I'm actually very stressed now.
Oh my god, I just can't. He says, I'm haunted. He says, which brings in some energy itself. Okay, he also claims on social media that he's an officiant, which is someone that marries people, like a priest or a minister, and he's allowed to perform religious ceremonies. He ain't being any priest or minister up in here, please, thank you. We're not even to the tea yet, okay? This is just the recap, okay?
This is the
great.
Zach's like, I really like your house. And I'm like, yeah, probably, you know. Devil portraits. He's a Satanist. Just, you know, taking back the way he was so arrogant, the type of Satanist I would take him for is the bad kind, which is the kind that worships the devil and does satanic sacrifices are very common, which, and, you know, usually it's animal sacrifices, which make me sick to my effing stomach because I'm not okay with that. Or sometimes they'll participate in human sacrifices, and people hide that very easily, like in woods and everything like that. So is he a friend of mine? That's a no from me. But he was very arrogant, obviously, and narcissistic, and so he's definitely the dark side to me. If you're going to go around saying you're a Satanist, then boo, you better say it all. You better say all that you are. Let's see, he came across to me as, like, he calls himself a gentleman. And I immediately thought of, like, the 1600s when the gentlemen came over from, like, the New World to, like, America. American opportunities, that kind of people. They did the in-house seance. They heard the tapping, the lights shaking, the open doorway thing. I am not denying there wasn't activity. I'm not denying that. I'm also not denying in any way that he does have powers or abilities to be doing a seance or being conjuring in something. Do either of you ladies think that you have to be a Satanist to conjure in a demon?
No. Absolutely not. It's all about intent.
Right.
Yeah.
So Joe Schmo from Kokomo could walk into my house right now, and if I handed him the paperwork...
Open the portal.
There you go. You mean the kind where you come up out of that floor and get us? That kind of portal? Because I feel like that was opened. Cat's face. Like, are you getting activity in there?
Yeah, really bad.
What? Great. Well, tell Richard to get out of there, okay?
Chill.
Tell Richard he needs to remove himself, okay?
That was weird.
Now we're moving forward. I didn't like what he did to Aaron. How do you guys feel about that?
I felt really bad for Aaron, honestly. Really bad.
He kept saying, like, Godwin and calling him Godwin and all this stuff. in this section, this is before he starts. Did you guys see him like doing this like weird like arm movement? And he's like having a seizure or something?
He was like...
Right, okay. The first thing I thought of was, is this fake for show?
It literally looked like it. It was uncomfortable.
This is the first
like,
time
put your arms down.
I have ever thought Ghost Adventures could be fake. I just said it. This is the first time I've ever watched an episode with a serious concern that Ghost Adventures may have just hit the toilet. Which really stresses me out. Richard, I found his energy to be very fake. I found his persona to be fake. He is not comfortable with who he is, so he's putting on a show for anyone to listen. These are my initial reactions. And I feel like he thought getting on Ghost Adventures could be his big break. Now, with that said, I think Aaron's reactions were very authentic. And that's because we're used to seeing, like, jokey, like, laughing Aaron. He was serious. He's like, I feel like I'm not safe. I don't feel good. Yeah. He wasn't happy to be there.
No.
So I don't think Aaron knew what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was really, really sad to watch.
It was. Well, and he just got engaged, which I thought wasn't really cool. You know what I mean? Like, not fair. Then they talk about the roommate had sleep paralysis, and then, I don't know. They showed some sort of an anomaly that looked like a sperm anomaly in the photo. Looked like a little sperm. And let me just say, from the hints of his risky Instagram, it may have been a sperm.
Which is available.
I wish I was joking. But in case you haven't seen Mr. Lillard on Instagram, I would like to show Exhibit A.
Please do.
And I think that's a telephone in front of his sperm right there. And if you think that was bad, I have one even better.
Oh my god.
This is Mr. Lillard on Instagram with his Satan head over his sperm. So, if you haven't seen it, it is Richard, RICHARDLAELLILLARD. He's risky business there, which was really hard to...
And ain't nobody can be mad about it. He was the one that decided to put it publicly.
No, these are publicly Instagram people, okay? There's no, like... I didn't pay for, like, an FBI, like, you know... this is all public that we found, okay? So anyway, I mean, if you dare to look, we have a group chat between the crew, and all of the guys in our crew were like, please stop sending me that SHIT.
Like, literally.
They were like, please stop. All right, 3 knocks of Trinity. Aaron looks sick. I mean, I don't know. I do believe that there was probably activity going on, right? Of course, there's like have a drink and Zach says blood. Of course, we're going to go straight to like sacrifice. But that does also say that he got the feeling of it being the bad side of Satanism, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. I did not like how he was saying Godwin.
Yeah.
And to me, he reminded me of a freak show entertainer.
Yes. A performer.
He is a performer, isn't he, Kat? Kat does theater. She's literally in theater right now. And I thought, you know what, last night, if I think he's a performer so much, maybe we should do a little bit of, you know, Neve and Max up in here. Should Neve and Max it? You know what I'm saying? So Neve and Max got, you know, possessed Chanel and I last night, is what happened. Where do we start, Chanel? Where do we start?
Would you like to start with his history?
Okay. I still don't know where to...
Okay.
Wait,
there's
more specific?
Well, okay, let me think. I'm pulling this up right now because it's on all of these messages. Let's see. So all I looked for first was what is he called? The Gentleman or something like that. Do you remember what it's called?
The Gentleman. Is he the gentleman? Is it the Gentleman Psychic? The Gentleman.
The Gentleman Psychic. If you Google the Gentleman Psychic, you will find a Yelp review page for him being a psychic.
Yes.
You will find a YouTube channel from over 10 years ago, which is where I found most of my tea, okay?
You should watch it.
He must have forgotten to accidentally delete some of those videos. What else did we find? He's a ballerina, apparently, or was a ballerina. He's also a singer and actor, and he's been singing and acting for 9 years. 9 years. And if you think you don't believe me, well, here is a sizzle reel of him from November 9th of 2011 acting.
Because after Salome, there'll be another picture and another. It's my life. It's always been just us and the cameras and all those wonderful people out there in the dark.
That's one. There's another one of him. Oh, he has a Flickr page account. And the Flickr page has tons of photos of him on red carpets acting. He's a 100% actor. His Flickr page, if you're wanting to look it up, is, you'll have to research Richard Lael Lillard. So Richard Lael Lillard, Lillard. He has also, by the way, done a ton of Freddie Mercury reenactments. He's done almost all of the Johnny Depp reenactments we've talked about. And he's also done Gomez Addams reenactments, which is very interesting since I had all of those pulled up. This is a video from 2011 where he's singing Aladdin because he's trying to apply to be a Disney prince.
A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're all dreaming. Oh, new world.
Also, he might want to take a few voice lessons before he puts that on, but that's okay. It's
Put his hair flat.
just a little bit flat.
Mortimer James
What-
said, no, he wants people on his YouTube.
I mean, I doubt he's making much off of his YouTube. So, I mean, you can look or you don't have to. I'm just saying, I think eventually these videos will disappear because he's trying to fraud the paranormal community. He has been doing psychic readings for 5 months. I'm not saying you can't just become a psychic and be in touch, okay?
Yeah.
Anyone can develop any sort of abilities that they attune themselves to. But when you have a full acting reel from 9 years ago, the last person I'm going to pay to do a tarot or a psychic reading is someone that's been on an acting red carpet. And he has been in a lot. What was it, like over, or no, that was Patty. We did research on Patty.
Yeah.
Was his IMDb anything? Do we remember?
I think
He was
on a few things. Yeah.
Yep. So we looked up their IMDb profiles, which is like major. It's like when you've been like famous or whatever, or you've been in any sort of films, the director has to approve the IMDb page. We looked up Chip Coffey, even Amy Allen. We looked up, who else?
Amy
Lady
Bruni,
Snake,
right?
Amy Bruni. We looked up so many people, and the only 2 people that have over 30 films is Richard, and Patty is a freaking actress, everybody. Patty Negri is a freaking actress. She's been in some major roles, including Rocky. Once again, I'm not saying they can't be psychic, but I can say they can fraud the paranormal community, which really makes me concerned. You should always come out and say what I am first rather than trying to hide it. We looked at their descriptions. They have all these huge descriptions of things, and all of a sudden at the end, oh, and I've also been on Ghost Adventures. It's like they just threw that in and added it. Oh, I've also been a psychic. I just threw that little last paragraph in. It's rough. It's really rough.
Well, same with Elizabeth Saint, too.
This is a video of Richard doing ballet.
Exactly how long? Exactly 7 years almost.
And in this video, he has no English accent, by the way, or whatever he's claiming that accent is. He is a fully professionally trained actor. And Blake acts. Blake has been on sets. We've talked about this before. That's also why he only does our camera work for us. He's my DP, so he's just behind the camera. And that's because I don't want him being inauthentic in front of the camera. Blake has been on major sets. He's even worked with like big actors like The Rock. And I asked him to look at this YouTube channel, and I asked him what he thought, and he goes, he's a freaking actor. He's 100% an actor. And so I was really upset. So what does that mean? That's a big question. I don't know what that means. Zach's an executive producer / producer. I more on the EP side. He's 22 seasons in. It is not his job at this point, really for a long time, to ever be doing background checks on people. This is not his responsibility. He's the EP. It is, however, his producer's responsibility, which in that case, I would not be doing the background checks. Kat would be. Kat is like, and let me tell you something, I have had to train Kat myself to think and act like a producer. She is like my damn FBI agent on Ghost Girl Diaries. She can find some information out on somebody within minutes, and I mean it quite literally. So, clearly, I guess my biggest opinion is it's a fail-safe in the system of Ghost Adventures. Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it, they did it because, well, number one, it would make for good entertainment, and everybody wants to stay entertained while watching a show, so it just, and as soon as Patty had said that she was friends with this dude, immediately her credibility was kind of like, okay, but
where are you going with this?
He's an actor.
Right, but so are you.
Right.
But we didn't know that either.
We didn't know it
We had no reason to research Patty before.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Patty has had some accurate things. I can't ever judge a, quote, psychic until I have met them in person.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give them a run for their money. I have never met these people in person. But I will tell you right now, with Patty and his history, Richard's history, I wouldn't pay them a penny to do a reading on me because I assume it's going to be a cold reading, which is what you can learn how to do cold readings on people. To like pull information out of them. Mm-hmm. And like people, they learn body language, they learn like body motions, even like speech. I wouldn't pay them. I don't trust them. And in my opinion, I think both, especially Patty having some major roles, including Rocky, which was huge, what, in the 80s or 90s? Yep. I just don't, I feel like they've both kind of let the entire paranormal community down, is my opinion on it. And it sucks.
I agree.
But she's the one that introduced this Richard, obviously, to Ghost Adventures. I'm going to be honest right now and say that, what is that? And say that Zach doesn't know this. This is what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume it.
Right,
because I am an executive producer. Do you think I would have time to research this stuff?
No.
Kat, would I have time to do the background on people?
Zero.
What does my
time.
schedule look like when we're in production?
It's full.
It's full. No, really.
Full.
It is. Like, Kat is actually usually taking on even extra stuff that she's not supposed to be, because usually my plate is so piled high. Now, let's play devil's advocate. What if Zach knew about it?
What are you doing, bruh?
No.
True.
Right, I don't know. I really don't know. But I will say, from a production aspect, is, in my opinion, it makes the whole crew look like SHIT.
Yeah. Well, it makes them look lazy.
Yeah. Well,
Did nobody think that this would have a ripple effect, or that somebody would do some research on this?
Right. Well, then, the last time I did a live stream, like, kind of shunning Ghost Adventures, was when they went on the Halloween 2018 episode, which was a total blow up in your face. And what did we hear the next few days? We hear Zach apologizing with the, like, priest or whatever, trying to explain himself. I'm not really sure how you can explain yourself out of this one.
True.
You had someone on here that has a long history of digital footprints, as Neve and Max would say. Not over 9 years of video footage, which, by the way, go to my Instagram or the girls' Instagram and Ghost Girl Diaries Instagram, because after this, I am going to upload these receipts to my Instagram. Not my, just my stories. So not my feed, it'll be on my stories, so that everybody can watch these, miniature videos that I have. I don't know, but it makes all of them look like crap. You just put someone... The paranormal community is savages. Let's be real. You guys have seen it now that you've been with Ghost Girl Diaries over a year. The paranormal community does not want to be done wrong. And when they're done wrong, they have a serious problem with it. And you just put someone on there that's a self-proclaimed Satanist. I'm not saying he couldn't still have abilities, and I'm not saying the evidence wasn't frauded. But what I am saying is you're putting someone that's had a longer career as an actor in theatrical performances than a career that he's had for how long has he had been a psychic, Kat?
5 months.
How long again?
5.
How many?
5.
Chanel, what'd she say?
5 months.
He's been a psychic for how long?
5 months.
And he's on Ghost Adventures?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I be a psychic too now?
Of course.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It takes 5 months.
And there's a difference. There's a difference also between what you said earlier, which was being as transparent as possible with who you are and your past, you know what I mean? So
Right.
there's no one there that would have to question you. But it was just kind of like skimmed over. You know
And what
I mean?
about Kat? Who was watching the Facebook video? Was it you?
Oh,
The
yes,
Facebook
it was me.
video
Of
The
Richard?
live, yeah.
You want to talk about he was explaining how real his accent is?
Yeah, because on the live, he didn't have as much of one. Because on the episode, we were like, okay, this has
He's
to be
British,
an accent,
and
so,
Right, perfect.
you know, and then the live video, he was just talking about how, and what's also interesting is he was talking about, like, activity that was going on during this video, but his accent wasn't anywhere near as, like,
But think about all the old YouTube videos. Does he have an accent?
no.
You know where
I mean,
he's
he
from?
speaks-
Do you want to know where Richard is from? Do you want to know where he grew up? He's my mom's homie. He grew up in Missouri with my mama.
Whoa.
He's not from England. He doesn't have that accent. That information is public information. Like, why is he so uncomfortable just being himself?
Very much a
Or
theatrical
he's like a
lens of
straight up
her.
method actor where he can't get out of the character, and then he's gonna become Heath Ledger and jump off of a building. So let's not get that immersed in a character, right? Part of method acting is you also have to let it go a little bit. But now you've defrauded the whole paranormal community. Now he's on Yelp and social media trying to promote himself as a psychic medium. Chanel, do you want to share his rates? Just the rates. You don't have to go any further than that. Hang on a second, I gotta find it. It's just stressing me out.
Someone said he told me in that YouTube stream of episode he's had it since he was a child.
I don't think
Okay.
so. There's no video. Oh, I'll also tell you where he gets his paranormal information from in just a minute. Hang on.
So,
Just do the money.
online readings, $65 for 30 minutes, $95 for an hour.
Uh-huh.
In person, $85 for 30 minutes, and $120 for an hour. And he doesn't have, I don't even think he has those posted on any websites.
No, you have to email him.
So, who knows if they're changing
Right.
for different people.
That's a lot to charge for somebody that's been doing it for a few months.
Yeah.
And
That's
on his
crazy.
videos and his YouTube and social media, he has nothing posted about psychics or ghosts or paranormal prior to like 5 months ago. Now, he
Yeah.
also has a YouTube public playlist, or at least he did, because it's gonna disappear. You know what I mean? And once again,
Yeah.
his YouTube channel is under, what is it? The Gentleman Psychic? Does that sound right?
Gentlemen's
Yeah, I
Psychic.
think so.
The Gentleman Psychic. Wait a second. Now I need to make sure I'm confirmed on this. Stand by. Yeah, the Gentleman Psychic.
Take a
Okay.
break.
His YouTube channel, he has a list of videos of satanic rituals and information that are specifically conformed from what website, Chanel?
Creepypasta. Isn't that right?
Your Generation Z. What is creepypasta, Chanel? It was conformed by Generation Z.
It's like this little thing where you go and read stories. And,
Blog website.
right. And,
And
a lot of the
everybody
times
can
it's-
add.
Yeah. It's just you're picking from different topics and adding to it. So,
How do you think he affords that house?
ooh.
Frauding people?
I mean, I have lots of opinions on that.
If he's an actor, he could be acting. If he's frauding people, he could be frauding people for money. Right? I mean, anyway, I don't know. Does anybody want to take it from here? I mean, did I cover everything on that side of it? I don't know.
You did cover pretty much everything. There was also no consistency, like, you know, him calling himself a Satanist, but he doesn't actually believe in Satan.
Yeah.
He stated that. Him doing the ritual, but using like a Buddhist type of form of meditation to open the portal. Like, it just seemed really inconsistent. And, you know, someone made a comment earlier about him, you know, having these abilities since he was a kid. Yeah, he wrote that down somewhere else too. But there is nothing validating that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there isn't even anything from his acting career for 9 years or whatever of him even being remotely interested in anything paranormal.
Well, and at this point, we have more lies than we do the truth, right?
Yeah.
He's also trying to say that he's had his accent forever when we found out public information that he grew up in Missouri. He's trying to say that he's a Satanist, yet he's been acting for over 9 years. I definitely think he conjures something, and I definitely think he has paranormal activity in his house, just from all of the, like, goat heads and satanic upside-down pentagrams and things he has. That's alone is going to attract it, without a portal being opened. Like, you get it, boo. He also seemed a little bit nervous on the Instagram live because he kept hearing noises.
Yeah.
So I think he may have put on this show of being a psychic and a freak show performer, psychic, whatever. And now all of a sudden he's opened it and he's like, oh, what do I do now? I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's nervous.
Yeah, he's nervous.
Seems like he kind of, you know, used Patty as, you know, a way to get into an episode to make a quick buck.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, that's just kind of what it looks like, and I feel bad about it.
I'm really worried and upset for anybody that's going to lose their money to any readings that he does, or Patty for that matter, because Patty also hasn't been open, I feel like, at this point with having all the credits she has in acting.
Yeah.
And I mean, you even researched Chip Coffey and Amy Allen and all these other psychics that we know, and they don't have acting credits.
Yeah.
So you can't come out as an actor, you know, to a long span of acting and just say, oh, now I'm a psychic. You can't do that because you're paid to act like a psychic. You know what I mean? That's what your job is. I mean, Kat's in theater too, but she does singing. But even Kat, the first thing out of your mouth was, is he acting?
Yeah, it was bad.
You're like, he's like a theater performer. Like, this isn't real.
No. It didn't seem real at all.
So anyway, well, I'm done. I'm done with my rant with that. I'm in pain, but other than that, I'm done. And I'm sure we'll hear from him, because every time I blast somebody on our channel, I get an apology letter or something from him, and I'm so sick of it. Why don't you just go make it right, boo? Don't come apologizing to me. Just go fix it. Go be honest with people and go fix it and own up what you did, and that's it. I don't want to hear from you. Just go say you're sorry. And fix it. But people are going to research you. People are going to look it up. Now I have receipts saved on my phone from your YouTube channel that'll probably never go away. I'll put them on my social media. People will probably save them. So try to hide it, but you can't. You know, like, it's out there. And it's unfortunate to think that you could go on a paranormal series, especially the biggest paranormal series in paranormal, with millions of fans and followers and viewers worldwide, and think that people aren't going to fact check your ass.
It's true.
Am I right? Am I getting heated? Do I need to calm down and have a seat? It's just, I've worked so hard myself in the series. I would never let mine tank like this.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, and it takes time to build credibility in the paranormal community. You can't just walk in and announce after being a, you know, psychic for 5 months and not expect people to say something or look, you know, question you.
Right.
You know? I mean, brace yourself for it, or at least delete what you don't want people to find.
Also, Kat, what did you read some of the reviews on this guy, right?
Yes.
So you said some of these reviews were very questionable, like he may have done cold readings with these people.
Yeah, there were only 8 reviews on Yelp. Total, which is really a small number. But also, a lot of these people that were giving him 5-star ratings and, you know, doing all these write-ups about their experiences with him were actually kind of throwing him under the bus without realizing it. One woman was saying that he was asking a lot of questions. Like, he stopped frequently and asked questions.
So fishing.
Right. So probably from her standpoint, she was probably thinking, oh, well, he just wants to make sure I understand what he's saying. Whereas from a scam standpoint, he was probably exactly fishing.
Right.
You know, body language, or like trying to get some more information to maybe help form the story better. It was not good, not good at all. And there were a couple of weird comments too, all made by women, by the way. All 8 reviews were made by women, which is fine, but you know, it's just very awkward. And even some of the things that these women were saying was like, it was very intimate, or it was very close, or I felt very safe, or...
Let's re-reference his Instagram feed with the Satan head on his junk.
Yeah.
Is he doing sex magic or something weird?
I don't know. It was very uncomfortable.
I feel like it's very uncomfortable. I think a Satan head on someone's junk for anyone would be uncomfortable, Kat. Like, I feel like that's not just rich.
I'm just saying, though.
Ah! Which, by the way, Patty Negri liked those photos.
Yeah, she's liking all of them.
Okay.
Very strange.
Okay.
Each their own.
Do it with
Each their own.
I don't know. To me, he comes across as like into like sex magic or sex dark magic or something weird, especially with those photos.
There's
I
something
don't-
loose. Oh,
There's
no.
something loose. I would say so, Kat.
I meant up here.
Well, it could be down there too. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm gonna sip my tea because that's not my business. You know what I mean? It is my business when you post those photos publicly, though. Like, woo!
Gosh,
Anyway,
I'm over it.
let's put the Satan junk away,
He
okay?
stresses me out.
Yeah. All right. So apparently, Kat's mic is not doing very well, is what Blake just texted me.
Again?
He says it sounds like it's crispy or something. It's like making like.
Crispy.
Oh, okay. Wait. I have to turn off my desktop audio. Stand by. Audio.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Are we good? I hope that's better. Let's try it. You know what I mean?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it better?
I think, well, we'll have to go with it. Look, we're going to have to go with it, okay?
Let me take off the headset and see if that works better.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
We're like waiting patiently. We're like, what's going on?
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
Blake says that's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were getting weird, like, crunchy feedback. It sounded like you were eating Doritos the whole time. That sounds delicious. Do you want to make some
Really?
bean dip and Doritos?
Yeah?
Let's do
And
it.
guac?
Oh, cool. We already have guac in the
I'm
fridge.
so kidding.
Ah, sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's
Let's
you
put.
hear me better though?
Yes.
Wow, I'm so sorry, guys.
Let's put this Satan pee away. Let's put the guac away. And let's try to get more serious. But that's really hard with us.
It's really
It's really hard. Whoops. Okay, hi, how are you? Is it better or worse? Move the mic closer to me. Okay, how's that? You want to test it?
Love live, folks.
She's not creepy like it was. What?
Is it bad still?
No, I think it sounds better.
Can you lower her bar a little bit?
This one? Okay. Like there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
Okay.
play with it.
Text me and let me know. I don't know. Alright, tech support was the text I got. I'm like, okay. Alright, okay, Kat, this is important that your mic is on for this because this is obviously
Yeah.
kind of like a big deal for you.
Yeah.
So, this has been an ongoing issue. Yes, we're live. Moonlight Path, we are live, boo-boo. If anyone has a question, hook us up with some questions, okay? I don't want to talk about Satan PPs anymore, though, okay? Let's just try to get away from that, because I have PTSD from looking at his Instagram feed, okay? All right. Chanel, you found it.
That is true.
Yeah. I know, I found his Facebook.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, I found both. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like there's just...
Not cute.
Woo!
It is not cute.
Can you imagine us doing a photo shoot like that?
No, I cannot, actually.
Woo! Let's not.
What did happen?
All right. Cat.
Don't tempt.
Oh, Chanel's like, okay. God. Okay. Literally, let's talk about Amy Bruni, Chip, and Adam. There's been this like ongoing issue discussion happening. And it's still happening mainly on the Chip side, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of, and you're red alerted because now you've been a producer. You've been trained as you're a damn good producer, might I add. You're like my right-hand man. And so when you see this happen, you're like, whoop, red flag. Burp, burp.
My brain exploded.
Right. So I'm going to let you take this chat over if you don't mind.
Okay.
Get it.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it all started in October. Amy and a bunch of other paranormal investigators did a Salem Haunted Live in early October. So, what ended up happening, what started the whole issue with Chip and Adam and Amy was Amy Bruni posted on Instagram, which, by the way, it's still on there.
I have it. I'll show it.
Okay, yeah, October 4th, 2019. And I have it in, like, super small print, so I'm just going to look at my computer really quickly in a second. But she said, last night we did a run-through at the John Proctor house for tonight's Haunted Salem Live special on Travel Channel. Just during the rehearsal, I got grabbed and we captured some amazing EVPs. Please watch live tonight as you become part of some huge intention and energy experiments. We're bringing ritual magic into the investigation and we need your help. So clearly, she mentioned having a rehearsal or a run-through before a live. And this sparked some questions and a little bit of irritation from fans. Like, is this actually live? Is this scripted? Like, we're not really understanding. So fans commented on the photo. Again, it's on her Instagram. And they said, why rehearsals for a live show? Amy said, because you can't just walk in and do a live show. The investigations aren't rehearsed. We just need to know who's going where. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where that one left off. I don't know if Krystal has anything to add to that.
Well, that kind of like triggered more fights basically with fans.
It did.
That alone. So now fans are mad because fans think that Amy just accidentally outed herself. My opinion on it, so she's saying that they had to, quote, rehearse for the live shot. Right. Wasn't there like 2 or 3 different locations going on during the, quote, live investigation?
Yeah, there are multiple.
Because you're in New England, you're in New Hampshire, so you know where everything is. You've been to most haunted places up there. Yeah. You also told me one of the locations was like 20 minutes from the other.
Yes.
I don't think it was live. I'm going to be honest. I don't. From a producer aspect, I don't think that. Do you? You've worked with Netflix. Do you think that was live?
No.
I don't think so either. I think it was probably pre-shot. So she accidentally gave herself away. She probably was upset about it. Couldn't back out of it. Yeah. And then just started to get really defensive with fans. But then the fans go on Twitter. And now the fans start pulling in Adam and Chip. And it got really ugly, and it's still going on, basically.
It's literally still going on. So this is kind of where I started having issues with Chip. The live show happened, and I had a chat with Krystal and Chanel regarding this live show and how it was going to go before it even happened, mainly because having been there so long and being a local, I kind of knew they weren't going to get a lot of evidence, which is fine. You know, sometimes that happens during investigations, but it just wasn't really attacked right, in a sense. It's almost like they were trying to use these experiments or this ritual magic as a means of kind of like covering up for the fact that they weren't getting a ton of evidence. So it was just very awkwardly done. And a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like the special. So fans started talking about it on Twitter and Instagram and like, what the heck was that, right? This one woman, her name is Tiber von Eisenhart. I'm not too sure if any of these tweets are still on there. I know that when I was screenshotting them when they were happening, a lot of the tweets were being deleted really quickly because of how badly Chip started a wildfire.
Right.
So she said, crazy, list any paranormal events that occurred on TV. So she was pretty much saying there was literally no paranormal events that happened. Like, that show was just not good. It wasn't good at all. And then she said, Travel Channel, get better talent. Weedman and Osborne were great, but Bruni and Barry bit the dust and coffee is dried up. Okay, so it's opinion, right?
I shouldn't laugh about that. So
literally,
bad.
people are gonna have opinions. Okay, it happens. Doesn't mean you have to bite at it. You know,
No, wait a second. What have I taught you guys?
take the higher road.
No, I've taught you specifically 50% what?
Well, like
50% will like you, and the other 50 will just hate you for literally no reason.
Yeah.
People are going to hate you tonight, Kat, because you have eyeshadow on.
Well, you need a close up?
No, but literally, there's going to
It's
be
true.
people that absolutely hate you for no reason. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it. I went through a phase on YouTube, old videos, where you'll hear me, like, apologizing to the haters and, like, explaining myself. Oh my god, that's what they want you to do.
Right.
Ignore them and go on with your life. Like, I literally have no reason to explain myself to anybody. All I will say to haters is, if you would spend 5 minutes on yourself, you would be so much further than wasting that time talking to me. Personal
Yep.
opinion. So anyway, Chip bit the bait.
Okay, he bit the bait, and y'all are gonna lose it.
Wait
when
a
I tell
second,
you
but
what
Chip
he
has
said.
bit a lot of bait, more than just one. He just keeps biting the bait and biting the bait and biting the bait.
Y'all need to take a sip of your tea right now because it's gonna get cray-cray. Based off of his responses, I literally unfollowed him. Like, I'm not.
Oh,
not
you
playing
did?
that game.
Really?
I
Okay.
did. I'm not playing the child games. You're an
Right.
adult. You know,
Right.
like, come on. He said to this woman, Tiber is her name. Yeah, well, Bruni, Barry, and I are all on TV, and you aren't. So suck it, Tiber. with three middle finger emojis.
Wait, okay, I have it here. Yeah, well,
Okay.
Bruni, Barry, and I are on TV, and you aren't, so suck it, is what he said verbatim.
Why? Why'd
Chip
you do
Coffee
that?
said this.
Okay. Now it gets better.
Now it gets better.
Keeps getting better, folks. Okay? It's gonna be fine. Then
Now, wait
she
a second,
says-
time out.
What?
What do you think would happen if you guys got on Twitter and started telling fans or haters to go suck it? What do you think I would do?
Bad
Probably
thing.
be jobless.
I would be jobless. You don't, why though?
Because you just don't do that.
No.
But you're
You
just
don't do
wasting
that.
energy and time. Like, conserve your energy
It's bad.
for important things. That's also part of light work, right? Like, don't
Absolutely.
don't waste
and
your
being
energy.
a public figure, you know, just take the high road. Don't be down here. Don't be down here. Gotta be
Right.
up here. It's fine. You know?
Right.
So, okay, so Chip gave middle finger emojis. Okay, great. The same woman
Cat.
named Tiber said, wow, what a childish response. What are you, 4 years old? I am not trying to get on TV. I already film for TV, and I won't tell you for what shows. Does Travel Channel know you're such a baby? Holy shit. Literally verbatim what she said, okay? Again, I don't know if this is out there still. It could be deleted at this point. But hang on, I've got to find the tweet now.
So he is having a back and forth fight with this person publicly and continues to bite the bait and fight with her over and over and over again.
It was really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay, then Chip said to her tweet, this is just so weird. Like, I feel like one of those middle school kids where it's just like, and then he said this, and then she said that, and then you'll never guess what happened. Like, that's literally what it feels like right now, and these are, like, adults. Like, adulty or adults, okay?
And Chip has been on many series, so I feel like at this point he would really understand the fact that you're going to get haters.
Right.
I literally couldn't
No,
believe
but
what
no.
I was reading. I was like, is this really happening? Am I dreaming right now? I just couldn't believe it.
Right.
So, in response to Tiber's last comment, Chip said, most people promote the shows that they work on. Were your shows a bust? FYI, the folks at Travel Channel like me a lot. Can you say the same? Also, compare your social media following with mine. You lose.
That's
Okay.
quite a.
You know,
And that's because she had like 1,000 followers and he has like 100,000 or whatever else.
Are we 15? I don't get it. Why would you say that? Like, why?
I'm dead.
Understand. I don't get it. I will never get it. Okay.
I'll never get
Then
it.
it gets worse, right?
Then
Now
it
at
gets
this
worse.
Point, at this point, Tiber's tagging Travel Channel in all of Chip's comments saying, you know, this is the mature response of your actor medium to an audience member.
Right.
Yada, yada. And, you know, people are going to have opinions. Doesn't mean it's always the greatest one, but you just kind of got to roll with it because that's life. You know what I mean? I mean, unless it's like life-threatening or something.
I mean,
just feel
honestly,
like
I've told you guys that my block and mute button are the best thing.
best
ever.
friends.
They are. And, like, there's people out there that don't even know they're muted.
Yeah.
There's people that will tweet me weird things, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't think I need your energy in my life. Mute.
God.
I still want you to be able to see my tweets and make you upset inside, but I have muted you so I cannot see what you're saying. It's the best thing ever. You know what I mean? And then when someone's really distracting, I'm like, block. I don't have to see it ever again. It's the most beautiful. And if they're that psychotic that they're gonna go make a second account to follow me, I'll just block that one too, boo. You just keep it going. I've got all the time. Like, let me know.
Block it.
God.
Everyone.
But it's true, and that's because I also am not going to argue with people. You know what I mean? But
Right.
keep going.
You got
Sorry,
more
Kat.
better things to do, right?
I would say that my schedule's a lot more, intense than dealing
Yeah.
with people that don't like me. You know.
Oh, okay.
I wish that
Oh,
was
God.
all I had to do. I would have a lot of time on my hands if that were the case. That'd be a lot
A
of
Yeah.
lot of time.
right. Like really. Okay, keep going. Well,
True.
Chip had
True.
some time. Chip had
Okay.
some.
Too much time.
There's more. There's more. Okay, so Tiber is still, tagging Travel Channel. Chip responds again and tags Travel Channel as well and says, "Yes, please, Travel Channel. Look at Tiber's tweets that bash our Haunted Salem live show." Boo-hoo, by the way, okay? I'm sorry, but whatever. She claims to work in TV. Hopefully she won't work much due to the way she berates network shows. There's just no words. I feel like I don't really know what to say. Like, he's just digging himself a deeper hole at this point. And it pretty much ended there. Yeah, she ended up just like going off and like left it.
Right.
Okay, it was fine, whatever. Then it goes into Adam. Right? Now Adam's getting involved. And it was something very minor, but he made a comment on somebody that was questioning whether or not Chip was scripted.
Right.
And Adam was sticking up for Chip and said he literally comes out and says things he's completely unaware of all the time on Kindred Spirit. Shame on you, Teresa. Okay, so now we got Adam kind of chiming in, shaming fans, whatever, for their opinion, right?
God.
I just feel like you just don't keep stirring the pot with these other people. Like, you can stay out of it.
No, it's like, the thing with haters too, and like I know this from experience, is the minute you pull one from the audience and you let them shine on your social media, then they're like, oh good, can you get me next? And then all of a sudden all of them start coming out because they want to be like showcased.
Right.
And and all a hater is really is an energy vampire. That's it. And like, who's got time for that? I used to get so upset too when I would read like hurtful like YouTube comments or hurtful like things on Twitter or Instagram. I don't even care anymore. Nothing hurts my feelings. Like, the kind of person that has the energy inside of them to talk smack like that on a public platform isn't somebody I want to be associated with anyway. Because someone with that much negativity projecting it usually has a lot of things they need to work on the inside, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not worth arguing with because you're not helping them. You're validating their energy vampire. You're giving them extra energy to continue to grow and turn into a demonic Satanist like Richard.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
No, and look, seriously, I don't have a problem with Chip, by the way. Can I state that? I don't have a problem. None of us have a problem with Chip. In fact, Blake has met Chip at the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
I've just been having a hard day, that's all. I'm sick for everybody that's watching. I actually went to the ER yesterday. I have bronchitis, and I'm on some strong shit. I'm on some drugs right now because I have to keep filming. But I'm feeling better, by the way. I've just been a little out of it today. You know what I mean? We don't have a problem with Chip, though. Even Blake has met Chip. at the Stanley Hotel, and like he's a cool dude. I just think that I wish somebody could help him understand not to get so upset, because I feel like that's not healthy. Do you think, like, on your heart, like, getting that mad and angry, like, that's not good for anybody? He is a little bit older, so that's dangerous.
It's exhausting. I mean, I would think it's exhausting, you know? Just, why entertain it?
Right.
Well, and it's still happening. Like, it's not just on this. Like, he's constantly berating people, like, you know, and I just...
Maybe he's got some internal things.
I just don't want to
see it.
To work out.
That's true. Usually, Chanel's right. She said, you know, if Chip is upset with other people, that's usually
consistently
a consistent inner thing that he has to work on as well. And clearly they're ticking him on places that are affecting him. Mm-hmm. The problem is, though, is that now the haters are starting to see what pisses him off. So now they're going to continue they're going to keep using his triggers. And he would be best to just step away and let all that settle. You know, but I don't know if he's really that type of person. But I just feel bad. I just feel like it's not healthy to get that upset or mad at anything like that.
It's not. It's not at all.
Mortimer just said thick skin seems to be required for public figures. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. I have literally had death threats on the YouTube channel. Yeah. I was in my prime, which one of my videos, I think that one of the Nick Groff videos is almost to like 1 million views now. Just one video, which that's big, right? It takes time. Yeah. So there's people on that video that are hardcore Nick Groff fans that have literally like threatened to slit my throat. And you have to be able to walk away, A, not being in fear for your life, or B, not taking them literal. And C, make sure you live in a guarded, gated community like I do. And then you feel really safe when you can call security 24/7. Seriously. Yeah. Chanel lives here too now, so you can't get her, boo-boo. Kat's safe, though, don't worry. She has police surrounding her, so it's fine. Everything's fine.
God.
But yeah, people get psychotic online, and that's another reason why you don't want to put a hater on the stand, because they're going to all see it. There's more than one. Where there's one, there's 40. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now they're all going to see what you're being affected by, and here they come, and here they come.
Right. Yeah. It's true.
So anyways, the two haters that we get the worst are Nick Groff fans, which I don't care. He's not on my good list, if you know what I'm saying. I think I have some personal vendettas with that, boo-boo. I have let that go to Jesus. I just don't want anything to do with him at this point, or anyone he's associated with. Because he came from me, boo, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So let's just remember who was first here with the target, okay? And the other thing that people don't like, the fans, or Amy Allen fans, come for me.
Yeah.
Because I've made fun of her facial expressions.
They are kind of weird.
They are a little out there. I didn't say she wasn't legit. I just said I've never seen anybody act that way, and I still feel the same. I've never seen a psychic, look very distorted. I feel like distorted is the word.
Is that what it takes to be a psychic? Just very animated emotions and
You mean like Richard, where he was like flocking like an eagle? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That was really weird. So that's the tea. That's the tea for this week. So anyway, Chip is still arguing with people online.
He is.
I love him, and I do think he is very authentic as far as being a psychic goes, but I just wish he wouldn't get so upset. You know what I think? First of all, I think he needs to start surrounding himself with better people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you surround yourself with the right people, they're only going to build you up, and you're going to get that confidence, and you're going to know to work on your inner work and like your inner light, and the right people around you wouldn't you would build yourself. You know, like all of us are very supportive of each other. Mm-hmm. And if you surround yourself with the wrong people, it's gonna go the other way, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, Chip, we're here for you, boo. We love you. We're here for you. If you need a shoulder to cry on, just don't do it on Twitter. Just
or vent to,
or therapy.
Yeah.
It's true.
But we've all been to therapy. There's no shame in saying that you need therapy unless you're a Scientologist.
Right.
Now I'm going to get the Scientologists after me.
Oh, great.
Now here come the Scientologists. Oh, well, I should just shut up. Chanel. Well, shit. Okay. Any questions? Does anybody have Any questions for us here? Nevada is basically a make my day state, if someone just asked that. Colorado is, which is where I'm from. Hey, 303. But there's been incidences in Nevada. If someone crosses your land, you have a make my day. So we don't need to go into politics, though. You know what I mean? I have enough frenemies for the night. Let's not keep it going.
Let's just add it to the list.
Okay. Did we miss any questions? Does anybody else have any questions, or did we miss anything here?
I don't see anything here.
Is Chip for real? Blake met him in person and watched him do readings in person, and Blake thinks he's real. I actually do. I feel like Chip Coffey and Chris Fleming were on a series together. I think it was called Psychic Kids. Do you remember that? Yeah. Which I loved them for helping kids with their abilities. So just because they did that series, I think that they have like golden hearts. I just think maybe they just need some therapy sometime. Like everybody. Everyone. It's a mood, right? I need some therapy, you know? Let's see, keep going. I'm not a fan of Nick. More of a fan of Zach and Aaron. You know who I love? Aaron. I love Aaron. Are you guys happy for him for being engaged? Yes. When I saw that congratulations, Aaron. When we saw that he got engaged, we were all like, oh my God, we're so happy for him. He found somebody that like puts up with his nerdiness. You know what I mean? Like,
and they go to Disney all the time.
Yep. Super cute. Last thing, Destination Fear.
Yes.
We saw what was this, the 4th episode now? 5th episode?
Yes. 4th, yeah.
Anyone want to say anything? Love Tanner and Alex are my favorite. Shout out to Tanner and Alex, boo. If you need a camera tech position, you holler at your girl, you know what I'm saying? I would probably hire Dakota, too. I think he's a good camera tech. Mm-hmm. I think he'd be good with production. He just needs a little guidance. If you need some guidance, boo, hit me up. This episode of Destination Fear, there was no climax, which means it builds up and then it starts to plateau slowly. It went up and then it stopped. It was like I fell off a cliff because they did like the investigation, and I thought we were like going, and it was going in a good direction, and I was like sitting by Chanel and we were like so excited, like, yeah, it was good, and all of a sudden they're outside and it's daytime and I'm like, is that it?
Done. Just done.
They were like, no, we're just done.
Just done.
They're like, nope, we're just done.
We're just, yeah.
What did you think about the poo-poo scene? Does anybody have a poo-poo scene? Because let me just say, when we're traveling on the road, we are ladies, and I hate to tell you that, but even porn stars poo-poo. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody poo-poos, okay? And so we have a lot of poo-poo jokes, but we don't mean it quite literally, where Dakota is, like, in the RV releasing the poo-poo. Were you expecting that?
No!
Especially when I saw it.
Kat, were you expecting the poo-poo?
No, but I was concerned. I was very concerned.
He drained the, what is it called? The, like, sanitation tank or whatever.
Tank?
From the RV, which means...
He said it while he was in the RV, and I was like...
You're going to the bathroom while you're on the road, and it compiles in a tank, and you have to go to a special facility to release it. Release the demons, release Richard. And they had to release their Richard, and they showed the poo-poo train being released. Could you believe that?
No.
I mean, we all know.
It was a little left field. It was a little left field.
But I feel like that 5 minutes of watching poo-poo drain could have been used for more evidence.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm pretty sure everybody had an out-of-body experience, though, watching that.
But doesn't everyone know what poo-poo looks like? Do we really need to see it?
I haven't seen it like that. I'm just saying, I was concerned. That's why I was concerned, okay?
Anyway, thank you, Dakota, for the visual. We really appreciated it. All we want to say is we're so glad that your colon is working properly. Shout out to Tanner, Chelsea, Dakota, and was that right? Alex. We are so happy that your colons are working great. Clearly, you don't need any fiber in your diet. You are good to freaking go.
Y'all are good.
Thank God. You know what? As a paranormal enthusiast, that was my main concern watching that series, was to make sure their colons were good. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I can't.
I think that, seriously, Dakota just needs a little bit of push.
Yeah.
I think that he needs some guidance. He obviously was one of the editors on this, the producer on it, the director on it. And I think that he thought he knew what he was doing until they handed the reins over, and he's like, oh, I got this. And he's like, oh, crap, do I have this? Oh, crap, literally. And he fell a little short. We all have to admit that. But you also can't say at his age of, like, what is he, 24? 23?
24 today.
Oh, that's right. It's his
Oh,
birthday.
yeah,
happy birthday, Dakota.
Happy birthday.
Uh-oh, Marilyn moment. Hey, what's up? You can't be upset being a producer for a major series at the age of 24. That's pretty damn successful in my book.
It
so,
is.
congratulations. Just don't show us the poo-poo anymore. We
No
want
more
to see more evidence. We also want to see less of Chelsea and Dakota fighting because we're aware.
Always.
Well, when you're siblings, you're going to fight, right? Kat, you fight with your brother, right?
Yeah.
Chanel, do you fight with your brother sometimes?
Of course.
Do you want to show? She's constantly like, I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you. And we're like, we know you're brother and sister. You probably hate each other half the time. You know, so it's okay. It's a good start. It's a really good jumping off point. I think that he has a good future ahead of him. May not necessarily be with this series, but this is a really, he's lucky. It's a good start to start with, so good for him. So anyway, someone said Ghost Nation, Ghost Brothers, Holzer Files. Do we know what our wine or booze and reviews is this week? I almost said wine and review.
Ooh.
What's our booze and reviews? I have it. I'm pulling it up here. So our booze and reviews will be Wednesday night, which is with me and Chanel, and we are doing. Please hold. Oh no, we're doing a Killer Contact episode.
Oh.
But it's hilarious when you're drinking
I know.
wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Chanel hasn't seen it, so Killer Contact is the series I was supposed to be on with Pilgrim. Thank God that I quit because Jesus, that would have ruined my life. Appreciative for all the things I learned, but thank God it didn't work out. So Kat, you sat with me through 2 Killer Contact episodes, right?
I did.
You got to see Molly portray a hooker from the 1800s.
I was very concerned. Lot of concerns.
Yep.
And a lot more drinking happened after that.
Yep.
So
Killer
I'm just
Contact will
saying.
be good on Wednesday. It's going to be a good one.
I'm excited.
Yep, Killer Contact will be Wednesday, and then the following week we will have, let's see. Oh, Unidentified Inside America's UFO Investigation with Tom DeLonge, my high school boo. He was my high school boo. You know what I mean? He's married now, but that's okay. He was my high school boo. And then this weekend we are talking about the Black Vault on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. That'll be interesting.
That's me.
So nobody has any more questions, so I guess we're going to kind of just head out from here. So this is our Monday little chat. It's dead time. It will be happening. How do you all feel about the new Ghost Hunters? We actually haven't watched it, but I do have it on the list for booze and reviews with Chanel and I.
Yes.
Yes. Remember, Wednesdays are fun though, right? Wednesdays is like wine and night, and we review it, and it's funny. Everybody loved it when Kat and I did it. It'll be good. It'll be good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe to us. Make sure our notifications on Twitch are on for when we go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. We will see you guys on Wednesday night. Make sure you check my Instagram and probably Ghost Girl Diaries Instagram for receipts on Richard so that everybody can see his acting and what's happening there, just so everybody knows what's going on. Please don't pay for... Do you really think people should pay for a thing with him?
No, but I think I'm also biased of psychics.
Right.
You know?
Well, psychics you have to be careful with.
Yeah.
Especially someone that hasn't been identifying with spirituality for that long.
But also since they have a history of acting.
Acting's bad. Acting's bad. Because they're good at it, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to sign out. This is Krystal.
And Chanel.
And...
Cat.
saying goodnight to you guys. Please subscribe, follow us on social media, and as always, we will catch you guys next time.